states and extremely liberal states like California, the unfortunate reality is that they have to experience the consequences of their policies before they realize that their policies and the things that they believe don't make any damn sense, right? That they are wrong. Okay, they have to be the victims of the things they voted for in order to realize what they voted for was stupid. And that's essentially what happened out in California when it comes to crime and Prop 47. Okay, Prop 47 essentially allowed criminals to steal with impunity. You had the George Floyd movement. I think probably one of the worst movements in this country's history in regards to damage that is done to this country that encouraged more of these local municipalities and jurisdictions to be soft on crime. Okay, no bail. They were essentially playing catch and release with the criminals. Okay, they don't charge them. They don't go after them. They're soft when it comes to sentencing, things like that. And also defund the police, which has demoralized police departments across the country. Now, it's hard to find anybody that wants to sign up to be a police officer. So therefore, there are shortages. These shortages are leading to longer wait times, response times, an increase in crime because the criminals know that police aren't going to show up if they commit a crime. Just all-around disaster for these liberal cities. And eventually, enough is enough, right? In California, the voters said in the recent election that, hey, they want to get tougher on crime when it comes to drugs and theft, as they overwhelmingly voted for Prop 36, which would increase the punishment for those crimes. And it just went into effect, and unfortunately for some journals, like these young women that
she look like she got a towel.
Okay, these young scholars, future astronauts, positive contributors to society, they were absolutely stunned when they had to find out the hard way that they will now start going to jail. Right, they will actually be thrown in jail. Okay, they will do time for theft, for shoplifting, for stealing.
The Seal Beach Police Department sharing this video on social media of 3 suspected shoplifters as a reminder that Proposition 36 is now in effect. And like one of the suspects just said in the video, it increases the punishment for some retail theft and drug possession offenses. The law went into effect on Wednesday. The young women were seen in multiple stores on surveillance video shoplifting. They were all taken into custody.
Yeah, you see that, you heard that. The best video you'll see all day, right? Probably over this whole Christmas season, right? This is probably the best video you'll see. Right, that was an early Christmas present for me, okay? Young scholars actually facing consequences for their actions, right? When they face consequences, that's when this type of behavior will stop, okay? That's when it'll stop. So, California, in a nutshell, the voters basically decided to enact this new law that is designed to be tougher on the criminals, especially repeat offenders. So they're trying to create a balance here, right? With individuals they call wobblers, people who commit crimes that can be charged as misdemeanors or felonies. So they still don't want to be too harsh on first-time offenders, but they do impose harsh penalties for repeat offenders and if you are operating with other people, right? So if you are in one of these organized retail theft operations, the ones we see where all of the young scholars rush into a store at one time and just steal a bunch of stuff and then leave.
Just take those off.
If you're a part of one of those operations, yeah, you could be facing state prison time, okay? So that's what they're trying to do here. And I find this to be fascinating because we're going to see if this actually helps California, one, when it comes
That's
to
the female
thefts, right? And also,
female
help them when it comes to business. Because
steel core.
I really do believe that one of the reasons why so many businesses are leaving California is because of the fact that there's too much crime. You cannot operate a business safely in some parts of California. So without further ado, let's learn more about this law.
Proposition
This wouldn't be much more of a 2-pack. That's all I need.
to go further, you need to be ready for what's down the road. As energy demand continues to rise,
Good things come to those who wait. But great things, those go to the ones who create. Celebrate. That's how Elijah Craig came to be known as the father of bourbon. And it's why we craft our award-winning small batch bourbon for you. The ones who always bring their best to the table and bring others along for the ride. That's the greatness within.
next in 20 questions with Pastor Mike.
Just being honest with you, I'm laughing not because it's funny, I'm laughing because it's embarrassing, okay? Be straight. Okay, so abstain from every form of evil. That phrase, every form of evil, that's pretty much all the translations, you know, but I was asked about this by a questioner like 2 Q&As ago, maybe 3, and I said, boy, you know, I need to look into this more detail, because here's the dilemma. While it says every form of evil here in the ESV, while it says every form of evil in the New King James, while it says every kind of evil in the NIV or the RSV, it says every form of evil. In the King James, which for many, for years when I was younger, this is the Bible I was reading, so some of my verses in my memory and my thoughts are from that.
You're going to get anything you need from him. But when you look at yourself, the enemy's got you. But today I want to also say, so does your flesh. You know, your flesh it can be full of pride. It can be full of shame. It can be full of guilt. Flesh is flesh. It's your carnal nature. It's going to take over when you look at yourself.
The Word of God says in Hebrews 12:1-2, therefore we also, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily ensnares us, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and has sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Other translations say, fixing our eyes on Jesus. Another verse that will bless you is from Isaiah 26:3, which says, you will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you.
Keep your eyes on Jesus. I say this often, and I'm going to say it again. Isaiah
She
26:3. Meditate on it. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee.
Wow.
That means when you keep your mind on Jesus,
Yeah.
that means you're trusting him. And that's where you get perfect peace. No matter what is on your path, right? You don't
Come on,
need
gotcha.
peace when you have already peace on your path. You need peace when you have troubles and trials on your path. But when you keep your eyes on Jesus and say, Jesus, what is this? What do I do with this? And he gives you an answer, and you do it, and you move on. You stay in peace. Your soul stays in peace. So keep your eyes on Jesus. Keep your eyes off of yourself. And don't let the enemy mess with you, and don't let your carnal nature, your flesh, mess with you.
See the beauty in that? So that's it, people. Eyes on Jesus. Pray every day before you go ahead with your day. Ask the Holy Spirit of Christ, if you're born again, which I want everybody to be, ask the Holy Spirit to help you keep your eyes on Jesus Christ. Ask him to magnify Jesus in your heart every day. So that Jesus is the greater reality in your life. And also, read the Word of God every day. Pray continuously. Pray without ceasing. This will help you have a pattern in your life where you're always running back to the Father, so that the sum total of your Christian life is that of you continuing in Christ Jesus. So if you're not saved, man, if you want to know how to go to heaven, click the first video in the description. Alright, I'll see you in the next one, if God wills it. Bye for now.
You got a knife for us? Remember, I get.
A friend told me about the Earn In app, and I can get up to $100 a day within minutes of earning it.
With Earn In, you can access your paid
Geonosis to level the battlefield with trihexylon bombs, which he hoped would kill Yoda and the other Jedi leading the Republic forces there. His forces arrived in orbit above Geonosis in stages, beginning with the trihexylon deployment forces, consisting of 12 hex bombers and 8 hex deployers, the latter being larger missile frigates packed with trihexylon.
You got over on me. No one gets over on me. You're gonna rob that place, and I'm gonna do it with you. Okay? I want the money. And the thieves too. Rated R.
Send and receive your thanks. Courier, now on Uber.
Since I started playing Dice Dreams, I'm an island of tranquility.
But the truth about the Malevolence was nearly as terrifying as the mystery of it had been. And without having to worry about discovery, Grievous began using the ship against higher profile targets. At Vanek Iktor, Von Dark, and Rendelia, the Malevolence destroyed Republic fleet after Republic fleet, and there was nothing that could be done to stop it. If Grievous continued at this pace, he could wipe out the entire Republic Navy in a matter of months. The Malevolence had to be destroyed if the Republic stood a chance, but this was easier said than done. The Malevolence's ion pulse cannons could disable even Star Destroyers in seconds, leaving them defenseless against its turbo laser batteries. There wasn't a warship in the Republic arsenal that was fast enough to avoid getting caught in the blast, and even if the Malevolence somehow missed with the ion cannon, it had enough turbo lasers to shred a fleet of Republic warships anyway. The only hope of avoiding the ion cannon was the Starfighter
I think I'm
assault.
gonna keep him
But
as
any
Falcon. I
force of
don't know.
fighters would still have the turbo
That
lasers
mask
to reckon
code
with,
too.
plus the Malevolence's fighter squadrons. Despite the odds, however, Anakin Skywalker was determined to attempt just such a Starfighter assault. He had a squadron of veteran clone pilots and a dozen new BTLB Y-wing bombers, and he believed that if he could catch the Malevolence by surprise, he could eliminate the Dreadnought and
Like 2 or 3 of these.
in one fell swoop. The trick was getting the jump on Grievous. But after the Battle of Rendelia, he and Admiral Yularen were able to deduce his likely next target. At Rendelia, Grievous
That's her
had
helmet,
targeted a
though.
fleet of medical transports, and Rendelia was close to the Khalida Shoals Medical Center, one of the 20 Haven-class medical stations servicing the Grand Army of the Republic. Khalida Shoals was one of the Republic's most active medical stations, treating over 60,000 wounded clones, and if it was destroyed, an entire sector army would be left without sufficient medical support. Such a strike would be devastating for Republic forces, and Skywalker and Yularen figured that this would be what Grievous attempted next. They were correct. After mopping up at Rendelia, the Malevolence headed over to the Khalida Shoals system. To get there, however, it had to navigate around the Khalida Nebula. Skywalker, on the other hand, planned to lead a strike force straight through the nebula to get Khalida Shoals first. Skywalker's attack force was tiny, consisting of just 12 Y-Wings manned by himself, his Padawan Ahsoka, and the men of the Shadow Squadron, plus Plo Koon, who tagged along in his Delta 7B Starfighter. The plan was that they would disable the Malevolence, allowing a fleet of Star Destroyers to come in and finish it off. To beat Grievous to Khalida Shoals, Skywalker's team used an old smuggler's route called the Balmoral Run, an odd name, seeing as Khalida Shoals was on the edge of the Mid-Rim, and Balmoral was located half a galaxy away in the colonies. This ended up